Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In case you're new here, my name's Mary, and here on YouTube I love to share the many projects I have going on around here with you all. For those of you that have followed me for a while, know that I always get a bad case of spring fever around this time of the year. So it always helps me to kind of start fixing up our home for the spring season, and it's going to be here before we know it anyway, right? So that's what this video is about, just me adding some spring touches into our home, trying to keep things simple yet cheerful. So join me as I work on some of this stuff and enjoy. So my goal for the living room is to use pretty much what I have on hand to fix things up. And I always like to have a lot of pillows on our sofa. First of all, the sofa is in dire need of being replaced, so it's really not a pretty thing to look at. And I always feel like if I put a lot of pillows on there, it kind of covers things up. I usually have my large white pillows on there, and then I like to have something else that goes with the season, maybe 2 pillows. And in this case, I'm looking for kind of a mossy, almost sage green color. And wouldn't you know it, I could not find anything anywhere, not even fabric that, was the right color for me. So I ended up buying some t-shirts that I'm cutting up here, and these were on clearance in Walmart. I was really impressed because this is pretty much the color I'm looking for, and I believe they are a 3X large and maybe a 2X large. I'm just making them my usual way with the envelope back closure. It's really quite simple. You just cut, 2 fronts, and then for the back, you need 2 pieces so that you can overlap them and have that opening in the back to then, remove them, to wash them. And of course, I should be using dark green thread, but not sure that I have any on hand, so I'm just going to go with white. The only place any thread will show is on the back, that one seam, and of course most of the time that will be hidden, so I'm not going to worry about it. I really wanted a few new blankets for the living room, again going with that color of green maybe for one of them, and then just an off-white or a white one for the other. And I didn't want to spend a lot of money, so I was really impressed to find this bedspread in a thrift store, and it's that chenille, I think is what you call it. And I do remember these growing up. We used to have bedspreads like this. Pretty sure we used to have a blue one at one point. But anyway, I really like the texture of it, and then also the fringe that borders it. And we have a surplus store here local that I visited and ended up finding this pretty green and white striped comforter for a really good price. I believe it is a full-size comforter, and we're all into just having nice puffy blankets to relax with. Even the guys are this way, so I can never have enough, comforters or blankets around to use. I wonder if you guys ever heard of Thornton Burgess books. We were obsessed with these growing up. They're nature books for kids, and I actually ended up reading them to the boys when they were older, and we still talk about different things that happened in these books. And I was kind of inspired to display something along this line on the mantle for the spring season. So I ended up typing out a page of The Adventures of Peter Cottontail, because I want to have sort of a bunny or a rabbit theme on the mantle. I'm going to frame that, see how it looks. Here I'm just making a really crude frame consisting of 4 pieces that I'll sand, stain, and pin together using my air nailer. I then plan to staple the poster onto the frame. Moving into the mantle area, always so much fun for me to decorate. All winter I already knew what I was going to have on here come springtime. I knew I wanted lots of greenery. I think that goes so well with the whites. And I also wanted some wooden bunnies or rabbits to be on here. I think it would be so fitting for the spring season. And these turned out so adorable. My cousin Michael cut them out for us, and yes, they are going to be available on the Etsy shop. I'm really excited about it because I know a lot of you are going to be happy with them. You're going to get them exactly like this, unfinished, unsanded, and you can do with them whatever you want. I think they would look great just keeping them exactly the way they are, just the unfinished, you know, the natural color. In my case here, I'm actually going to stain them using an aged oak stain. And I think they look great painted too, and if I'd have time I'd paint a few of them just to show you, but I'm not going to have time in this video. But I'm sure you can use your imagination on what you want to do with them. So make sure to head on over to the Etsy shop and check out these cute little rabbit cutouts. And they're made with a high quality pine wood, 3/4 inch thick. So let's move into the bedroom where I want to add a few spring touches. And last year I bought this pretty floral sheet set intending to use it, you know, last spring, and I didn't get around to it. So here I'm unboxing it, and I plan to actually wash it and hang it outside to dry. I really miss smelling fresh linens. I grew up with that. And, you know, now, of course, we have a dryer, so most of our clothes, or all of our clothes, are always, you know, in the dryer. And today I'm in the mood to smell those fresh air sheets. For those of you that have spring fever, take note of the sounds out here. The birds are definitely singing more these days. It's always a good sign. Since I don't have a clothesline on the outside, here I'm just using some string that John gave me that he uses to hang up his hunting clothes sometimes. So I'm using that underneath the deck here. This really brings back memories. I mean, we always hung out all of our clothes to dry growing up for years. This was the only way to dry them. Oh, I really wish I could get the smell of these sheets to you guys. I tell you, it just smells so good. I'm definitely not disappointed. We have such a beautiful, unseasonably warm day here in Ohio for February. It just, again, adds to that spring fever, but I believe it's in the 50s and just a little bit breezy, and the sun is peeking through. So I had the window open as I was working in here. Just so much fun. Amazing how much cheer that brings into a room, and just fresh air. It just feels like the house needs that too. The only thing I really plan on adding or tweaking a bit here in the bedroom, besides these fresh, crisp sheets, is the end tables or the nightstands. I want to kind of redecorate, put something really spring-like on there. And I found these 2 mirrors in my storage. I've had them for years, I think in one of the boys' bedrooms at one point, and they have a black frame. And I think I'm going to paint them white and then hang them behind each nightstand on the wall. I think that would really freshen things up, kind of giving the appearance of a larger room, as mirrors tend to do. I wanted some sort of a personalized pillow to be on our bed, kind of the center of all the pillows. And here I'm going with just a plain Y for Yoder, and then the year we were married, which is 1998. And I decided this was so much fun to make, I'm going to go ahead and stock these on the Etsy shop, coming in a plain white pillowcase with your personalized monogram on it. So make sure if you're needing something like that, or maybe even it would make a great wedding gift, I think, or just a gift for someone. There's something about gifting someone with a personalized gift. It just kind of shows you care, like you know little details about them. Just really meaningful, I think. I have my Cricut heat press to, iron it on, but you could totally use an iron too. Although I do really like this press. It even has a little timer on here, and I can set my temperature. It's just really a neat thing to have around if you enjoy, crafting and making things. And if you're like me and enjoy making things yourself instead of, buying them. Here I just printed out my design on transfer paper, iron-on transfer paper, and I'll link some down below in the description box in case you want this exact one. It's really easy to work with. These days I'm so in the mood to burn some of our regular line of candles. I don't show these as much in my videos, and that's probably due to the fact that I'm mostly talking about seasonal ones, new ones that we're releasing. And this regular line is a line that we have year-round, of course, and really great smelling scents, gotta say. You probably saw in the living room I burned a black raspberry and vanilla. Just a warm, it kind of gives you a warm, cozy feeling. And then here in the bedroom, I'm going to burn a eucalyptus and lavender, also one of my favorites, especially for the spring and summer months. Amy, the lady that pours these for us, does such a wonderful job with them, and gotta say I'm usually pretty sensitive to certain smells. Like I'll quickly get a headache if something is too strong, and this has never happened with these candles for me. I just think they're just right. Like you smell them when you walk into a room, but it's not, overpowering. So make sure to check out our regular line of candles if you're at all needing a fresh new scent for your home during the spring months. I don't plan to do a whole lot here in the kitchen and dining room area. Basically just took my Christmas decorations down, which I did that about a month ago, and just adding some plants, and then I just have some decorations around here that I'll probably use. I did end up buying a fake fern in Walmart that I really liked, and then also some real flowers that I plan to have on the island. And the pretty pink hydrangeas you saw in the bedroom also come from Walmart. And they have these during Valentine's Day, so by the time this video goes out, you might still be able to pick up some, but I thought it just brings so much cheer into our rooms here with fresh, real flowers. Adding spring touches can be as simple as switching out your flower scoop with something pretty. In this case, I found this cute little scoop in a thrift store. I hope you guys enjoyed the spring home tour. I do have one more thing I want to show you that we have on the Etsy shop, a new product. I have 3 new curtains here and just the prettiest fabrics if you ask me. I love this white one. There's some textured stripes in here. Hopefully the camera will pick that up, how beautiful it is, but I think they just would make amazing curtains. And of course I don't have a lot of this fabric. I wish I had more of it, but we plan to turn everything we have into panels, and they're going to measure 84 inches long, and the width I think is around 58, 59 inches. So make sure to check that out if you're at all needing a pretty white curtain for your room. And then I have these beautiful pink ones. Pink is normally kind of out of my comfort zone for curtains especially, but this color just caught my eye when I saw it. It's just the softest color. I think it would be really pretty in a nursery or in a girl's room. And then we have these pretty blue and white striped ones. I thought it looked so farmhousey, if that's a word. They're not quite sheer. The fabric is kind of thin, but it's not, you know, sheer. It's just a really pretty curtain fabric, I thought. So make sure to check those out if you're at all in need of new curtains. And these will all be 84 inches long, and the width is approximately 58, 59 inches. All of the links of the things I talked about here in this video will be down below in the description, so make sure to check those out. As always, I hope your day is going great. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.